whenever we go hiking with our Cub Scouts or out in the woods with our Cub Scouts or really anywhere, bike rides, anything like that, we're supposed to have the 6 essentials with us. When I pack, I usually keep it in a little bag like this or something similar, but when I'm teaching it, I like to kind of bring in a few other things to see um, if they know and just kind of make it a little fun and see what they say. So I'll load up the pouch and I'll also load up my backpack with some random things and then I'll start asking them. So uh, we start with flashlight. Is a flashlight one of our 6 essentials? And yes, a flashlight's one of the 6 essentials. In this case, this is a super cheap one that I got online. You can buy these things for dirt cheap by the box load and hand them out and give them away. It doesn't really matter if you lose them. Flashlight, headlamp, something like that. I like these because if the scouts need one, they can have it, and I'm not out any money if they take it. Yep, flashlight, one of our 6 essentials, definitely. But you start playing around. Like, what if I need to do a little light reading on my hike? Should I bring a copy of Grey's Anatomy with me? No, I mean the kids are gonna laugh at you because you got this giant book with you. A lot of times they'll say yes, you definitely want to bring this, but that's just them being them. Um, Whistle. We always talk about our whistles. Yes, we need whistles on our trips. So this actually is a little fire starter there too. But we need our whistle. That's one of the 6 essentials, whether it's a pea whistle or not. So oh yay, they're all proud because they got one of the 6 essentials. Um, First aid kit. We have a first aid kit. All the necessities for younger scouts, something like little alcohol wipes and band-aids. As they get older, you can add a little more things into your first aid kit. Doesn't need to be fancy, but they have their first aid kit. They're used to start to carry their first aid kit, and so they have that with them. And as they get more advanced, they learn more about first aid. They can add more stuff to this little Ziploc baggie. If you want a fancy pouch or something, then that's your choice. But it's one of the 6 essentials. I'd like to ask him, what about my video game console? Should I bring this with me? Is this one of my 6 essentials? Invariably, yes, definitely bring that. We definitely need that with us. We don't need that. It's not one of the 6 essentials. It also takes a lot of extra weight in our bag. And I'll say, well, what if I want to get some exercise? I want some exercise on the trail. I've got my weight here, and they want to see me carry around this. It's just 5 pounds, 10 pounds, something like that weight, but not one of our 6 essentials. So we can just leave that behind. So playing around, having fun. We know that one of our 6 essentials is to have a snack with us. Maybe not that kind of snack though. And oh, that one's getting a little better, but we can, maybe a granola bar. There we go. So again, take the 6 essentials, play around with the 6 essentials, get them thinking about these things. Obviously, we're not going to bring dog trees with us, but is this something I want to bring with me? Is this something I want to be carrying? We talk about sun protection, and we can do a sunscreen, but importantly, we can also keep the sun off us completely. Usually we consider a hat sun protection. You'll notice the color of this one, blaze orange. Be aware of when you are hiking and where you are hiking. If you're out in the woods, sometimes wearing bright colors is important. For one, if you've got a scout wearing this bright orange hat and you run off in the woods, and you can spot them, but also if there's any hunters around, they'll see you. But sunscreen or hats, long sleeve shirts, anything like that, those count as sun protection. You can start playing around with things that may or may not be one of the 6 essentials. I always carry a trash bag when I hike. It's not a 6 essential, but maybe it's something useful. This doesn't weigh anything at all. I can carry trash out. I can be a good steward of the land by carrying this trash bag with me. So not a 6 essential, but something useful. Water. Water is one of the 6 essentials, so I've got my water bottle with me, so that means I can drink my water and not get thirsty on the trail. With the snacks and the water, if you're doing little local hikes, the water is definitely important. Snacks, maybe not so much, but I've been on little 1 mile hikes, or even less, where we're in the middle of town, there's food, water everywhere, there's no risk at all, but a kid gets cranky because they're hungry. So it's definitely useful to have a snack even when you're just something local. And if something happens, you've got a snack. Even some short hikes out to the woods, that's very useful. You can also start playing around with things. Well, I've got my pocket knife. Is that one of the 6 essentials? It's not one of the 6 essentials. You can maybe start leading into the 10 essentials that they may need to worry about when they're older, which include things like fire starters, like the ferro rod on my whistle here, and your pocket knife, and water treatment and that kind of stuff. But no, it's not one of my 6 essentials. A lot of them will carry these because they're bears and above and they have them, but it's not really important. Again, play around with it, and see what they want. Also throw things that I carry, like the trash bag, but also this. Is this one of my 6 essentials? No, it is not one of my 6 essentials. This is something that I carry on all of my hikes, though. They don't weigh much at all, and if I come across any branches that are downed across the trail, we talk about leave no trace. It's a good teaching moment for leave no trace. So with leave no trace, we want to leave everything as we find it. We don't want to destroy the trees. We want to use downed wood, not wood that's on branches already. But we also want to travel on durable paths. So if you're walking down your path and there's a branch that comes across the path, now everyone's going to go around it instead of down the path. So the trail is going to get wider and wider and wider. We're going to get more erosion. So I carry this with me so that if there's a branch, I can cut that branch, and I take the branch and put it where everyone was passing. So now it's blocking off the area where the trail is getting wider and people can come by through. And we're traveling on the durable surface. We're not going over there. We're not getting off the trail, widening the trail, making the trail more muddy, more prone to erosion. Sometimes it's nice being on the really narrow trails. It's more like in the woods rather than these big wide things that look kind of like a town path. So again, that's just kind of a quick way of doing your 6 essentials. So you have your sun protection, your snack, your water, your light, your whistle, and your first aid kit. And those are your 6. But when you're teaching it, play around with it, bring in stuff, bring in your ridiculous things and ask them if that is important and get them thinking about it. You can bring in maps, you can bring in your Cub Scout handbook, first aid manual, anything that's, maybe some of them are a little more useful, like, my trash bag, that's something you can carry. It's not one of the 6 essentials, though. My saw is not one of the 6 essentials, but something useful. Cub Scouts can't carry these, but as leaders, we're perfectly okay, or Scouts BSA, with a totem chip. It's perfectly okay for us to carry these. So that's just kind of a quick introduction to how I teach the 6 essentials when I teach the 6 essentials, and just some of the things that might make it more interesting than just kind of going down. And just through repetition and always asking them over and over again, hey, do you have your 6 essentials? What are your 6 essentials? And then they will eventually understand it more, and they'll start to carry them more and have them with them so that you're aware, and you can do the spot checks in the beginning. And then they'll make sure they have it, so then they're all prepared. And you never know when you get stuck out in the woods and need your flashlight or something like that. Even in the daylight, these are useful. So hope that helps.